This is People's Daily Online Business Podcast. I'm Zhenyu Li, Editor-in-Chief of the Business Channel. The latest Chinese official data shows China's economy is picking up, with exports and imports rebounding with a speed above expectations in July. Exports rose 5.1% in July, compared to a Reuters forecast of a 3% rise, and much better than the 3.1% fall in June. Meanwhile, imports surged 10.9% versus expectations of a 2.1% rise, and following the 0.7% drop in June. The country's surging trade growth is now in the spotlight. The sharp trade data rebound for July has, in the West, generated a debate over the reliability of China's official data. Thomas Byrne, Senior Vice President at Moody's, one of the world's 3 major credit rating agencies, shared with me about his takes on this issue. For example, do you think China's trade data is credible?
We think it's credible enough to perform for analytical purposes, yes, for credit assessment. But China provides enough data so that we can we're confident in our credit assessments. And as we know, China is always improving its data, which is good too.
The senior sovereign analyst believes that there's credence to China's official data and classifies it in the middle category.
China, the IMF classifies China. IMF has 3 classifications for the quality, the scope, and the robustness of financial and economic data. And China is in the middle category. It's called the General Data Dissemination Standards. The upper category is the Special Data Dissemination Standards. Most mature economies are in that category. But China's, and then there are countries whose data, the provision of data is so poor it's not even in the General Data Dissemination Standards. Most countries are in the General Data Dissemination Standards.
If you are a China doubter, next time you look at China's economic figures, would you still be as skeptical as before? For People's Daily Online, I'm Zhenyu Li. For additional quality coverage on China in audio, video, and text, visit People's Daily Online at people.cn. China means business.